Hello, sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all have been doing so good. Get ready, get cozy, grab yourself a nice warm drink because we will be decorating the Christmas tree. But before we get started, if you are new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Olivia, and here on my channel, I like to create all sorts of feel-good content, just plain not good for the soul. So if that interests you, I would love for you to join my YouTube family by hitting that subscribe button down below. But sit back, relax, and enjoy this video as I'll be putting up our Christmas tree. I know I'm a little late to the game, and I did something very unique this year. So I'm sure you would have seen in the before clips at the beginning of the video, but I'm going to walk you through my thought process here and there, but for the most part, it's going to be a very relaxing video. I will be putting on really pretty Christmas music. But anyways, you guys, we're starting off by clearing away this green cabinet that I DIY'd. Just clearing up the space and making way for our Christmas tree. Now, I love this Christmas tree case that we purchased from At Home, but this Christmas tree is actually from Menards 3 years ago. I definitely want to invest in a beautiful, large flocked Christmas tree for next year. But you know what? I got this at the beginning of my decorating journey, so we're working with what we got. But I do love the evergreen color of it, and it does have some lighter color branches throughout if you look really closely. But I'm just gonna fluff it out. Take your time, wear some gloves if you need to, but just listen to some Christmas music and fluff out each and every branch. It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night. Alrighty, the next step is putting on the Christmas tree lights, and last year I invested in these beautiful Christmas lights. I found them at a store in Berlin, Ohio, and they were a mix between like traditional Christmas lights and fairy lights. And there are 1,000 in this one string of lights. I will try and leave just that information linked down below, and there are tons of different settings on these lights, so it's just so truly magical, and I love the daintiness of the light bulbs. Now, instead of a normal tree skirt, I'm adding this tree skirt basket that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I'll be placing some other things around the Christmas tree to fill in the space and to just make it look more cozy and just beautiful. Alrighty, sweet friends, I am showing you all the different garlands and ornaments that I have. These gold antique inspired ornaments are from TJ Maxx, and I will be using some other ornaments that I found from TJ Maxx as well, so definitely do not sleep on their beautiful ornament selection. But the rest that I'll be showing you is all from Hobby Lobby, and they say that most of their ornaments are shatterproof, which I haven't broken any yet. Now, you'll be noticing I'll be incorporating a lot of gold, and that was my theme last year, but this year I want to add some more pops of red, and you'll see that as well, as I'll add in some red ornaments from TJ Maxx and my mom's red berry garland that she gave to me. Now, I will be adding a twist on my tree this year by incorporating some paper ornaments and just some paper banners you'll see later on. And I highly recommend that you definitely carve out the time so that you can give yourself, a very relaxing experience to set up your tree and decorate it, because let me tell you, I had such a difficult time. I wanted to get to more things in this video. I wanted to do an ultimate Christmas decorating video, but all I've had time for was to decorate the tree. So give yourself some time and patience, and it will be a much more pleasant experience. But lay everything out so that you can see what you have and just play around with all your items. Take the time to try different things, and you will be so happy that you did. But anyways, I'm just gonna start throwing things on the tree. Really try to stick your ornaments towards the back of the branch rather than the very tip. It really reflects beautifully with the light. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy, and I will come in whenever I want to share an idea or thought with you.
Everything is calm, now it's midnight. Everybody's sleeping, all is peace. And I'm still hanging round in a house that's filled with lights, walking through a midnight wonderland. The wise men keeping watch, now it's midnight.
Alrighty, sweet friends, at this point I finally figured out what this tree was missing, and it was my Peace on Earth banner that I made last year. Now, this banner that I made, I placed it up against a mirror last year, but I figured, hey, I could sort of use this as more like a garland on the tree, and I ended up playing around with it. Each word is separated on a different string, so I could really dangle and play with the angle at which I placed the whole word. Now, I really felt like that this paper garland gave the whole tree some character and a very storybook, storytelling theme. And I have some red ornaments in there, as you can see, but I knew it was missing my mom's red berry garland. I remember this red berry garland is very old. My mom and my dad, that was just one of their first Christmas pieces that they purchased when they, got married. So it's very sentimental to her, and it's very sentimental to me. Now, here are some paper mache angels that I also made last year, and they have some sparkle on their wings, and I thought that they would just tie in beautifully with the paper garland. Now that the tree is decorated and it has a set theme, it's at a good point, I am finishing off the tree with the tree topper. So I'm adding in some beaded picks as well as this stunning corn husk angel. Look at the screen, you guys. This angel, this doll is just so stunning and the most beautiful angel that I have ever seen. So I am placing her on top, and to sort of just tie in the flow and to make it more extravagant, I'm adding in these beaded picks that my best friend and her mom gave me for Christmas last year, and they look great in a vase year round. But I thought that I could put them up in the tree and it would be just as stunning. I'm going to add a few finishing touches, and we will be doing the overview here very shortly. Sweet friends, I knew the space was missing something, and I knew it was my beautiful stockings. I love the white and red and just how each one is different. So anyways, we are doing the overview right now. I'm in love with how it turned out and just how it really complements the whole living room and all of my previous Christmas decorations. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it gave you lots of Christmas decorating inspiration. I hope it gave you all the winter wonderland Christmas nostalgic feels. I'm just so happy that we're having our very first snow day here in Indiana. It's beautiful outside, like I said. Now, I will be getting into my sit-down chit-chat, share with you guys what has been on my heart lately. I will be getting into that, but I want to share something else with you guys. I noticed on my YouTube algorithm app, the analytics app, it says that 75% of my viewers are not subscribed. 75%. It's a little crazy. So if you have been watching me, just look down, double check to see if you're subscribed. I know a lot of people are just coming in and out. Of course, I do that all the time, where I'm just hopping from video to get inspiration and just to see what I sort of, vibe with. But I do know, and I know this from personal experience, I'll have a YouTuber that I love watching. I always watch their videos. They always pop up on my feed, and that's how I watch all their videos. But I'll notice after months go by, I'll be like, oh shoot, I'm not subscribed. But it's like I saw their videos is because I watched them so much. So if that is you, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really supports me and my passion. You guys know how I feel about everyone who interacts with me, whether I get back to you, the first day, a couple days later, or sometimes I may never get back to you. I just want to remind you guys that you bless me beyond belief. Like when I cannot describe to you how sweet it makes this whole YouTube adventure. It just makes it that much sweeter to know that I'm really making people's days that much better. That's the whole reason that I'm doing YouTube in the first place. So this is to anyone who is wanting to start a YouTube. Maybe you have a dream and aspiration for your life, but maybe you're just too scared, or maybe you're at the beginning stage and you're really struggling with motivation and consistency. I want to talk about 3 things that sort of keep me going, and something that I have to remind myself because I'm sort of going into a new chapter of my life. I'm trying lots of different things, and I'll talk about it later. But I have some exciting things going on. I'm working on a website right now where that can sort of be like our home base. But that's for another day. But let me tell you, I'm so scared. I am so scared of the things that I'm wanting to do, and I keep pushing it off. But I have to remind myself of these 3 things. The first thing being, there are always going to be naysayers, and sometimes that's ourselves as well. There are always going to be naysayers, whether they're your actual friends or family members, or maybe it's some stranger, but if it's a stranger, literally just ignore it. If there are people that you genuinely care about, who are sort of naysaying your dream, I just want to leave you with this. And I want to remind you, God put that dream in your vision and in your vision alone. Like, if God wanted to put that dream in their eyes, then they would get it. But that's not how it works. God will bless you with certain people who come in and out of your life, who support you and help you along your journey. But sometimes the naysayers, God puts those people in your lives to test you. And you have to see it as a test of your, thick skin and your perseverance, because there's always going to be naysayers. Now, fortunately, I've been extremely blessed on YouTube, where 99% of my commenters are just the most lovely. You guys are so lovely and so supportive to me, and you speak so much life into me, whether you think so or you don't. But bottom line, there's always going to be naysayers. You just got to let it brush off your shoulder, and you got to keep on moving, because at the end of the day, only God gave you that vision, and he gave you that vision alone. So you got to take it and go. And the second thing is sometimes God does bless you with certain people in your life, and hopefully that is your family and friends. But like you guys are part of that blessing. Oh my goodness, just sort of like total strangers, but you guys are my friends now. I recognize so many of your names, and it's so wild and so amazing. But when people offer you support, or they offer you help, whether that's through their time, through their words, or even their finances, you sort of need to take that opportunity, because that same opportunity will never come again. And sometimes if it's a pride problem, you just got to swallow your pride and you got to accept it with grace, because it's you got to see it as a blessing, because it is. But personally, I feel like I struggle accepting help because I am a people pleaser. I am a perfectionist. And so in my head, when I sort of am very hesitant, I'm naturally very hesitant when people start to, you know, speak life into me, really support me through their time or even their finances. I'm very hesitant because I'm always thinking like, what if I fail? What if I fail? I do not want to take their support and fail. But I want to remind you that you're not going to make it to the top without these certain people's support and help, because God put those people in your life for a reason. And whenever you do make it to the top, or you do see your dream come to fruition, it's going to be so much more fulfilling when you are surrounded by people that love you and support you. And it will not, and if you do just keep pushing off that support, it's not gonna feel worth it. If you do quote unquote make it to the top or reach a goal, it's gonna be so lonely up there if you do not keep surrounding yourself with people who do support you and your vision. And so that goes into my third and final tip. And it's sort of a quote that I heard. Now, this is not the correct quote, but it goes along the lines of, you cannot start without vision, but you cannot finish without consistency. Let me say it again. You cannot start without vision, motivation, what have you. You cannot start out. You cannot start without vision and a dream, but you cannot finish. You cannot finish without consistency. And that has become so true to my life experiences so far. This YouTube page, it is proof in the pudding. Go back 2 years ago, you would have seen me when God gave me that very vivid moment of him telling me, you are going to start or you never will. But I knew when I started, I was going to put everything into it. I was going to stay consistent. And even if I didn't see the results that I did, or even when I started to feel burnt out and discouraged, I told myself, Olivia, you're going to keep going. And I would not be where I am today if I hadn't have had that mindset, and if I hadn't have kept going. And you will see my first probably 7 months of uploading once a week, every single week. I don't think I really ever missed a week of uploading. I got like 20 to 50 to maybe 100 views. Like after a while, it got very discouraging. I just knew that what I had to share, it had to be out there in the world. And I knew I would regret it if I stopped then. So to anyone who hasn't started their YouTube, or maybe you were just, starting, keep on going. Because it's going to be so worth it, and you will make it eventually. Sometimes don't compare your journey with anyone else's. I know you might be looking at me and be like, oh, I wish I had the engagement that Olivia had, or I wish I had the growth that she had. Trust me, I looked at so many other YouTubers and wish like, oh man, I wish I had the growth and view subscribers that they had. But I firmly believe, and I believe this with every inch and cell of my body that God gives you certain experiences, good and bad, to make you into who you are today. Every single moment, every single thought, every single experience, every single thing you see, hear, listen, speak, it is going to make you into the person that you will and become and who you are meant to be. And that's such a beautiful thing. We all have different thumbprints, so we're all gonna have different journeys in life, let me tell you. So do not compare yourself to anyone else's growth, and just remember that you cannot finish without that consistency. So I hope that those 3 tips helped you. First, remember that there are always going to be naysayers, but you just got to let it brush off your shoulder. Second tip, accept the support when it comes to you, because it will not come again. And 3, you cannot start without vision, but you cannot finish without consistency. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I do hope you got lots of decorating inspiration out of it, as well as this little sit down chit chat motivation as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I cannot wait to see you all on my next video. Bye guys.